Hello, my friends. I'm so glad you're here today. Take a moment to sit back, relax, and make yourself comfortable. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a world where one of your favorite foods almost disappeared forever. Not because of bad weather, not because of illness, but because the giant animals that kept it alive slowly vanished from the earth. And without those animals, the avocado had almost no way to survive. This is a true story. A quiet, beautiful story about a fruit, about ancient animals, and about the people who saved something precious without even knowing it. This is the story of the avocado. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you are coming back, welcome again. At Storyline English, we learn English together through calm, simple stories. Real stories. Stories worth listening to. So make yourself comfortable, take a slow breath, and let this journey begin. Long, long ago, much longer ago than most people think, there was a fruit. It was green on the outside and soft and yellow on the inside. It had a large, round seed in its center. It grew on tall trees in warm places. This fruit was the avocado. And its story does not begin in a kitchen or in a supermarket or even in a farm. Its story begins in a wild, ancient world, a world we can barely imagine today. It was a world full of enormous animals, animals much bigger than anything alive today. There were giant ground sloths, animals as large as elephants that walked slowly through the forests of the Americas. There were mastodons, large creatures that looked like elephants and moved through the trees searching for food. And there was the gomphothur, another huge animal, now long gone, that also walked these ancient lands. These animals were massive, and they were hungry. They ate many things, leaves, grass, and fruit. And one of their favorite fruits was the avocado. They swallowed the whole fruit, the soft part and the giant seed inside. Then they walked far away. And when they left the seed behind in the earth, a new avocado tree slowly began to grow. This was the avocado's plan. This was its journey. The avocado needed these giant animals, and the animals needed the avocado. It was a perfect partnership, a beautiful connection between a fruit and the creatures of an ancient world. But something was coming, something that would change everything, and the avocado would almost not survive it. About 10,000 years ago, something terrible happened. The great animals began to disappear, one by one. The giant ground sloths were gone. The mastodons were gone. The gomphothur was gone. Scientists are not completely sure why. Perhaps the climate changed. Perhaps early humans hunted them. Perhaps both things happened together. But the result was clear. These enormous animals, the animals that had carried avocado seeds across the land for thousands of years, they were all gone now. And the avocado was in trouble. Think about it for a moment. The avocado seed is very large, much larger than most fruit seeds. Most small animals cannot swallow it. Most birds cannot carry it. Without the giant animals, the avocado seed had almost nowhere to go. It fell from the tree. It landed on the ground. And it stayed there, very close to its parent tree. New trees could not grow far away. The avocado could not spread across the land anymore. Slowly, very slowly, the avocado forests began to shrink. The fruit that had lived on this earth for millions of years was now, quietly, moving toward the end of its story. But nature and people sometimes have other plans. And deep in the forests of what we now call Mexico and Central America, something important was beginning. A new kind of partnership was forming, one that would save this ancient fruit. And it began not with a scientist or a farmer, but with ordinary people who were simply hungry. The people of ancient Mesoamerica, the Maya, the Aztecs, and others before them, they found the avocado. Perhaps they found it by chance. Perhaps they noticed animals eating it. Perhaps they were simply exploring the forests, following the paths of nature. And one day, they tasted something soft, rich, and delicious. We do not know the exact moment, but we know that they loved it. They called it Avocado in the Nahuatl language, the language of the Aztecs. And slowly, carefully, they began to do something very important. They planted it. They carried the seeds from place to place. They grew the trees near their homes and in their gardens. They chose the best trees, the ones with the biggest, richest fruit. And they planted those seeds again and again. This process is called cultivation, and it is one of the most important things humans have ever done for the natural world. These people did not know they were saving a fruit that was nearly extinct. They did not think about ancient animals or great extinctions. They simply saw something good, something nourishing, and they took care of it. Over hundreds of years, the avocado changed. It grew bigger. Its seed became smaller. Its skin became smoother. The avocado that these ancient people carefully grew slowly became the fruit we know today. It was a quiet act of love, and because of it, the avocado survived. Then came the year 1519. Spanish explorers arrived in Mexico. They had crossed the ocean from Europe, looking for gold, for spices, and for new lands. They found many things they did not expect, and among those things, they found the avocado. A Spanish explorer named Martín Fernández de Enciso wrote about it. He described a fruit with a green skin, a soft yellow inside, and a taste that was pleasant and delicate. He had never seen anything like it before. The Spanish brought the avocado back to Europe. They tried to grow it, but the avocado is a fruit that loves warm weather. It needs a gentle climate. Europe was often too cold, and the avocado did not grow well there. So for a long time, the avocado remained mostly in the Americas. It was known, but it was not famous. Sailors sometimes carried it on long sea voyages because it was nourishing and kept well. People in warm countries tasted it and enjoyed it, but the rest of the world was slow to discover it. It remained a quiet local fruit, growing in warm gardens and forests, loved by those who knew it, but unknown to most of the world. And then, slowly, century by century, something began to change. People started to move, seeds traveled, and the avocado began its quiet journey around the world. But its greatest adventure, its true moment of discovery, was still many years away. For a long time, the avocado was not popular in the United States or in Europe. In the early 1900s, farmers in California and Florida began to grow it. They tried to sell it, but people did not know what to do with it. It was not sweet like other fruits. It was soft and rich and strange. Some people did not like it. Others were simply confused by it. For many years, the avocado was a small, local crop, a fruit for adventurous people, a fruit without a real home in the modern world. But then things began to change, slowly at first. Restaurants started using avocado in salads. Travelers came back from Mexico with stories of a wonderful green sauce called guacamole. And food writers began to describe the avocado as something special, something nutritious, something worth trying. By the late 20th century, people in many countries began to understand what the Aztecs had known for 1,000 years. The avocado was something truly wonderful. It was full of good fats. It was gentle on the stomach. It was delicious with almost everything. And then came the internet, and then came social media, and suddenly, everywhere you looked, there was avocado toast, avocado smoothies, avocado everything. A fruit that had almost vanished from the earth 10,000 years ago was now one of the most popular foods in the world. And yet, most people who eat it today have no idea of the long, quiet journey that brought it to their table. And so, my friends, this is where the story of the avocado brings us, to a quiet moment of reflection. This ancient fruit, born in a wild world of giant animals, nearly lost when those animals disappeared, saved by the gentle hands of people who simply loved good food, carried across oceans by explorers and sailors, and finally discovered by the whole world. This fruit has a lesson for all of us. Survival is often quiet. It does not always come with noise or drama. Sometimes it comes from small acts of care, from someone choosing to plant a seed, from someone choosing to share what they love. The people of ancient Mesoamerica did not save the avocado with great speeches or plans. They saved it by simply taking care of it, day after day, year after year. And that is enough. That is always enough. And to you, my friend, listening to this story today, you are on your own quiet journey, the journey of learning English. It is not always fast, it is not always easy, but every story you listen to, every word you learn, every moment you sit down and say, I am going to try today, that is a seed you are planting. And one day, you will look back and see how far you have grown. Thank you for being here today. If this story stayed with you, I would love to know. Leave a comment and tell me what part you enjoyed most. And if you want to continue this journey, more calm stories, more simple English, more moments like this one, then come back. Storyline English will always be here, waiting for you, with another story worth listening to.